Good morning, friends. Today is my day off, and I want to read a horror book because spooky season. So we're gonna read a shorter one because I'm busy. I have overcommitted myself. But in other news, water is wet. Um, we are reading The Monster of Elendhaven today. This book was given to me by my dear friend Love Ruddell. I miss you. Thank you so much. It was sent to me for my birthday. I'm super fucking excited. All I know is it's very like gothic horror-ish, and it's also supernatural horror, so I'm super excited. I will get back to you in a bit. Okay, so we've met the protagonist. His name is Johann. All we really know about him is that as a boy he was orphaned super young, and forced to live on the streets, and very much just physically mistreated. He was forced into sex work at a young age, and when we meet him, he's killed by a sailor, but then he doesn't die, and then he kills said sailor. So not sure what the fuck is up, but something supernatural is up, and this boy cannot die. Also, the next paragraph, he's older, so now he's an adult. Now he's using his fucking skills, as a child of the street that cannot die to survive. And yeah, trigger warning for body horror, lots of that. Sexual violence, there's been a bit of that, although it's not on the page, it's insinuated, but it's there, so be careful. It's very atmospheric so far. It's very, very, very gothic horror. Like, I'm getting like Charles Dickens type, almost feeling, you know. Alright, so we've met the next main character. His name is Florian. He gives me very like young, like Mr. Scrooge vibes, in that he is a well-off doctor. He's of old money, and he lives alone in this family house that's got like 26 rooms, and we don't know what the fuck is up yet, but something is up because Florian is in like a dark alley and meets Johann, and Johann puts a knife up to his neck and is like, here's the thing, bitch, you need a bodyguard, because I could have easily killed you there. And Florian's like, bet. So and then there's like a little exchange of like, I know what you are, but do you know what I am, type of thing. So they're both supernatural in some way, not exactly sure what, like how, but yeah, it's very good so far. It's very atmospheric, very violent though. So yeah, tread lightly. Okay, so now Florian and Johann are like testing the limits of Johann's like abilities to not die. So far, Johann's jumped from tall buildings. Johann has attempted to kill himself multiple times on the page, and has, so trigger warning for that, but he's not dead, not dead. Also, Florian is a magician. Florian is some sort of wizard. He is magic. He is a magical being of some sorts. And we're not exactly sure what is up, but something is up with his past for sure. For sure. Also, I'm sensing lots of homoeroticism here. Nothing has happened yet, but sensing it. I'm sensing it. Okay, so we've met two more characters, Eleanor and Ainsley. Don't know what the fuck is up with them, but they're both feeling very shady. And I feel Johann getting jealous. Are we gonna have like I hope that they're gay. I hope they're gay for each other. So, update on Florian's backstory. Florian comes from a family of magic people, but the plague, like, I think it's the Black Plague, but I'm not exactly sure. God, I say that word weird. My accent's odd today. The plague, some sort of plague that, like, take a shot every time I say the word plague. Some type of plague has, been, like, haunting Elendhaven, so much that the waters are black, and there's, like, a rumor that, like, death is among, and we've learned that Florian's family was like, Florian has a twin sister, and his family was like blamed for the plague because they thought that it was attached to them being magical people. So the town boarded them up in their mansion, and everyone eventually died except Florian, which is fucking sad. I have some suspicions as to what Johan is. There's a myth about the town that there is a goddess, whose name I cannot pronounce, but I will type it here. She's a goddess of the sea, and basically, like, she's she's known as, like, the protector of orphaned and wronged children, and the avenger of orphaned and wronged children. So those children. So, like, if you are an orphaned or wronged child and you, like, lose what you love dearest, which for most of them is, like, their autonomy, or even, like, someone they love dies or things like that, you cast it into the sea against the cliffs, and the goddess births, like, these stones they're like magical stones that are like that like cover the beach, and the myth is that these stones will hatch then an undead thing that is like an undead, like, sort of like companion and or servant that will protect you forever, and they're like the children of this goddess, is basically what it is. And I think that is what Johan is. I almost called him John. What Johan is, I think that's what he is. I am suspecting. Also, it got a little bit gay, because when they're talking about this, Florian's telling him, like, this whole myth, and Johann's like, oh, I know what it is. So are you insinuating that I was perhaps made for you? And I'm like, kiss, 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 kiss. You guys, it just got gay. It just got very gay. Although, I will say, this is not a healthy romance. This is not very much the atmosphere is very, or the vibe of this love affair is a lot more like if Frankenstein's monster was in love with Frankenstein. That's what, like, Dr. Frankenstein. That's kind of the vibe we're getting here. Johan has made a move, and Florian rebuffed him magically, which was sad. But then there's also, like, Florian's definitely into him. Florian's just got a power complex, which is really unhealthy and a little bit scary. Okay, so Florian is on a revenge plot, we are finding, against this town. Basically, he's going to weaponize the plague, and he is using Johan as his servant to, like, literally get all of, like, the magical ingredients needed, and also, like, to protect him and kill him and shit. Also, it has gotten very gay. And Florian is no longer rebuffing Johan. However, there's a very gross pattern of Florian needing to be in control. So when Johan initiates anything, Florian like rebuffs him and magically manipulates him into subservience, which is not a healthy dynamic. But I think that's, like, part of this thing is that Johan has been made, even in death, or even in on death, I guess, even in being unable to die, Johan is still being treated as less than human. So I really hope that Johan gets his revenge. Also, one of the other characters, won't tell you who, is not who we think they are. They are a mage hunter, and they know something is afoot. So, trouble is brewing in Elendhaven. Oh, fuck. You guys, we just got a flashback to Florian and his twin sister, like as children watching their family die, and it was fucking heartbreaking. This book is so fucking sad. Oh my god. I haven't cried yet, but I think that's because it's such a gloomy atmosphere that it's, like, hard to... There's not, like, a sharp shift in tone. It's just all really sad. Like, if a Charles Dickens novel, like, had a baby with Silence of the Lambs, that's kind of how I feel this atmosphere is. Shit, this just picked up. This just got, like, the pace went from, like, a 78 slow burn to, like, 100 really fast. You guys, I finished the book. That was fucking sad. Oh my god. It didn't end the way I expected it either, and it was actually the opposite of what I expected was gonna happen. This book is so atmospheric. I think it really captures, like, the spread of a disease and a plague for sure. And also just what it's like to not be wanted by the person that you love. There's a lot of connections were made in the last like 10 pages, so I won't tell you anything I learned because it would spoil the fuck out of it, but it's good. Um, I give this 5 out of 5 stars for sure. Also, it was super short. That was a great use of 3 hours this morning. It was really good, very good. It's only 150 pages, so I knocked it out in one sitting. Y'all can knock it out in one sitting. Go forth and conquer. Definitely scary. Not quite nightmare fuel, but just very. This is very atmospheric, and I want this to be made into a movie. Like, this gives me very much like Crimson Peak, like Dark Shadows type vibes, you know? Like I could see Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter in this for sure. This would be right the fuck up their alley if this was ever adapted. Thanks for going on a very light and early morning scary story journey on me with me. And if you want more chaotic bisexual content, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you can get my videos whenever I decide to post them. For the entire month of October, we're reading queer horror that is either intensely queer coded or features queer people in it. So this one's right up there for me. This has been the Bye Book Boy, and I am saying bye.